Candidates for State Senator, District 26. J. Chin. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, no website submitted. My parents, brother, and sister all escaped from South Korea in 1978. The former South Korean government tried for many years to see us returned and face the death penalty. That corrupt government finally gave up, and I went from an asylum seeker to a permanent resident, and later, a U.S. citizen. I know what freedom means, and the hope and opportunity it can give anybody willing to work. As I became accustomed to the United States, I worked hard and graduated from college. Then I met my wife and was blessed with 2 boys. Now grown, one works here in the Valley, and one is serving in the U.S. Army. I stand for freedom, liberty, and justice. These are not just casual words, but a belief that the American way is the best way in the entire world. For 20 years, I have lived in Arizona. I built a business, raised a family, and worked in the community. I want to represent you, to ensure that this way of life, the life that has been so good to me, is available to my children and my grandchildren. Jana Lynn Granillo. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.janalynn4az.com. I am running first and foremost for the district and the residents. Our community deserves a choice in leadership that will prioritize constituent needs and connect them to the legislature. I have been a public health professional for over 20 years. With my experience in public health planning and working with diverse, multidisciplinary groups, I know I can move us toward goals that protect the safety, welfare, and future of Arizona. We must support and protect our families, our communities, our environment, and plan for the future while recovering. We must work together for the betterment of all of us. In the words of my public health and healthy communities colleagues, where we live, learn, play, and pray, and health in all policies is of the utmost importance. I humbly ask for your support and vote. You can learn more about where I stand on the issues at janalynn4az.com. Juan Mendez. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, mendez4arizona.com. As your senator, I am running for re-election to end the political and economic inequalities that push many Arizonans to work too hard to provide a better future for our families. For 8 years as your public servant in the Arizona legislature, I have fought to restore integrity and accountability in state government. Having grown up in poverty with a single mother, I know firsthand that individual success coincides with shared investment in education, infrastructure, health, economic stability, housing, and safety. These systems are especially crucial in times of crisis, as demonstrated by the COVID-19 pandemic. We are at a critical moment. Arizona is on the verge of becoming a majority minority state. And yet, our Latino youth continue to fall behind at devastatingly high rates. By not addressing the educational achievement gap, we are facing one of the gravest threats to our future. As the chair of the Latino Caucus for 4 years, I have worked to tackle this head on. However, the number one barrier to progress for all is the influence of big money in elections. That's why I am running with Representative Athena Salman and Melody Hernandez as your Millennial Clean Elections team. Please vote for all three. Candidates for State Representative, District 26. Melody Hernandez. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, www.melodyforarizona.com. As a first responder and paramedic, risking my life on the front lines during the COVID-19 crisis, I have seen the effects underfunding our public healthcare system. As a union steward, I'm fighting against the institutions that undervalue and neglect their workers. The Republican response has only made this fight more burdensome. That is unacceptable, especially when countless lives are on the line. The ideas that compelled me to enter this race have only grown more important in this tumultuous time. More than ever, we must ensure everyone has equal access to health care. We must expand the rights of workers. We must strengthen our education system. And yes, and we must defend our democracy. For the past 5 years, I have advocated as a grassroots organizer, campaign manager for progressive candidates, and most recently served as the first Latina chair of District 26 Democrats. I am now running alongside Representative Athena Salman and Senator Juan Menendez as part of your 2020 Clean Elections team because we know sweeping changes must occur if we are to fix our broken system. District 26 is the last district to elect 3 clean legislators to the state capitol. We ask that you vote for all 3. Bill Lowridge. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, bill4az.com. The Lowridge family has been in Tempe since 1933. Bill retired as a senior special agent for the U.S. Customs Service after 35 years in law enforcement. After retirement, he has operated a PI process serving and security guard service. Active in the community, Bill is currently president of the Tempe Sunrise Kiwanis and the Walker Fire Protection Association near Prescott, AZ. A wage earner all his life and part of a large, active family, he believes a strong family is important. Freedom from governmental restrictions allows success and a strong culture. There is a place for regulation, but they should be aimed to allow growth. Government restrictions have made keeping a nuclear family together difficult, and at the same time made access to help so restrictive that many people just give up and sometimes even end up on the street. Bill's platform is independent living and security for seniors and children. We need to know our children and seniors are safe and secure in their life and possessions. We need government to shore up partnerships with private organizations to provide food, shelter, and safety for those that need it. Patrick Morales, Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.votemorales.com. I am running for the open seat at the Arizona House of Representatives for District 26. I have had the honor of serving on the Tempe Elementary School Governing Board for the last 5 years. During my time on the school board, we have solidified several policies to uplift our communities and fully support our students, educators, and parents. We increased pay for all staff with record high raises before, during, and after the hashtag Red4Ed movement. We implemented district-wide preschool, marking Tempe Elementary School District a leader in early childhood education, not just in Arizona, but nationally. While we have had success in the school district, more needs to be done to pass inclusive policy at the state level. For too long, politics has held us at a standstill, and we can't afford to maintain the status quo. It is time to get things done at the legislature. I have a proven track record of effectively moving policy forward and am ready to take it to the next level. I humbly ask for your support and for you to join our campaign. I am proud to be running as a clean elections candidate. Please visit votemorales.com. Debbie Nez Manuel, Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.debbie4az.com. Let's give families and children a bigger voice. I'm a mother of 3 children, a licensed social worker, a volunteer for a public school parent committee, a founder of a youth leadership focused nonprofit, and an active volunteer with several community focused organizations. As an experienced social worker, I intend to put our families and children first. The needs of our community, including the health and safety of our families, should remain the highest priority when public resources are allocated. I intend to get a number of things accomplished as your House representative. First, I'll prioritize increased transparency and accountability in education spending, particularly with charter and other non-traditional K-12 schools funded with public dollars. Second, because school violence and bullying continue to be public safety issues, I will work with parents and school leaders to find the best solutions to protect our children. Finally, I will work to strike the right balance between economic prosperity and conservation of our natural resources. Our limited water supply, coupled with our recent economic and population growth, requires us to thoughtfully plan for any further growth. When elected, I will work with diverse community stakeholder groups to achieve inclusive policymaking. You can learn more at https://www.debbieforaz.com. A vote for me is a vote for strong representation in our districts. Athena Salman, Party Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, www.salmanforarizona.com. It's been an honor to serve as your state representative and House Democratic Whip. Born and raised in Arizona to an immigrant family from Mexico, Germany, and Palestine, I developed an early appreciation of the constitutional rights we often take for granted. This gratitude inspired my fearless defense of those most vulnerable, including forcing the prisons to supply feminine hygiene products to incarcerated women by sparking national outrage, unapologetically standing with educators during #RedForEd. Having attended public schools my entire life, and now fighting for the health, safety, and lives of our frontline workers and our communities during the tragic COVID-19 pandemic. My advocacy resulted in the Arizona Republic including me in their top 10 newsmakers to watch last year. Since the beginning, I have always run as a participating clean elections candidate. By keeping my campaign publicly funded through direct support from hundreds of voters living in our district, I am accountable to you above all else. As the ranking member on the Elections Committee, I've seen our democracy attacked by traditional politicians backed by outside dirty money. I am humbled to run alongside Senator Juan Mendez and Melody Hernandez as your millennial clean elections team. Please vote for each. Seth Marcus Cifuentes. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.marcusforaz.com. My name is Marcus Cifuentes, and I am a candidate for the State House of Representatives for Arizona's 26th district. I am requesting your donations to help me receive clean election funds for my campaign. I chose to run on clean elections because I am a middle-class father of 3 and not by any means a millionaire. I cannot finance my campaign out of my own pocket. The second option is to take donations from people who may expect a political favor in return. The strength of my campaign is that I am a person from the community who intends to represent everyone in the community, not special interests, and not any specific big donors. When special interests take a stake in our elections, politicians may compromise the integrity of their decisions, and I am not willing to do that. My campaign is focused on bringing jobs by supporting small business, cutting taxes on middle and lower class workers, and improving our standard of education for our children. Together, we can protect the values that we share in our community. So please, take the time to donate $5 to my campaign, and let's win together. Continued service, Seth Marcus Cifuentes.